In today's video, we are going to be ranking 6 different console trucks as a PC player, and we're going to be ranking them on how good you can customize them, how good you can make them look, and just genuinely how awesome they are. Stay tuned to find out which truck's the best. At number 6, we got the Lizard S10 1998 by Cola Modding. But if we hop into the customization hub here, we can put 8 designs on it, including stock. This is stock. Design 1, Design 2, Design 3, Design 4, Design 5, Design 6, and Design 7, which is pretty cool. That's a lot of customization designs for the rims. If we get a side-by-side to another truck that we're going to rate in this video, it looks puny. And then for the exhaust, you can put 3 designs also, including stock. This is stock. This is Design 1, Design 2, Design 3. It kind of just changes like the way the exhaust pipe curves. And then you can add a front bumper protection. Not quite a cattle guard, but it's still pretty cool. Then you can add a roll bar on the back, and you can add some beacons or extra lights if you want to go like off-roading or do like a camping trip or something. And yeah, that's pretty cool to see also. You can also add some little side steps here. No designs on this, you can just yes or no option. And then you can add front work lights, also no design options, just yes or no. And then you can also change the height if you want to make like a low rider or add higher suspension, but that's pretty cool. And then you can also add grid lights. Y'all can see them in the front right there. You can add them on top of the grill, on bottom, or on both, which is pretty cool. And then on the colors, you can kind of just customize them with any color. You can make it glossy, metallic, matte, and you can pretty much do any color with this new Farm Sim 25 color customization, which is pretty cool. And this is how I customize the truck. You can make it look pretty cool with the customizations, but it's not, you can't customize it too crazy like you can with some other trucks coming up. So stay tuned to find out what those look like. Starting off the list here, we got the Lizard 1998 S10. We're gonna put this guy at B tier. I love this truck, but I just really wish you could customize it a little more. Coming in at number 5, we got the Lizard Silver 2500 by Agrotono. And this is a really cool truck. I know a lot of console players love this old Lizard Chevy. And you can add a 8-speed manual, 8-speed automatic, 10-speed manual, 10-speed automatic, 6-speed manual, 6-speed automatic. And it doesn't really change. It changes the horsepower actually a little bit. You can go from 401 to max 550. You can put Continental, Michelin, and then some more custom Michelin tires. You can add dually like off-road tires. This is pretty cool. You can also add 6 different rim types. You can have just base stock rims, rims 2, rim 3, rim 4, rim 5, and you can add dualies for rim 6. And then front, you can add a little fog lights below. You can change the grill. You can have the different grill with fog lights, and then you can just change it back. And then for the bumper, we have a Baja bumper, Model 3, which actually looks pretty sick. Model 2, Model 1. I think this model actually comes with a wrench. No, it doesn't. You can't see like the full side. And you can add some fenders to it. You can add high suspension or just stock suspension. You can add some steps. You can add 3 different tint levels, starting with tint 1, tint 2, and tint 3. You can add exhaust. Let's go find the exhaust real quick. It should be right here. You can add 2 exhaust coming out. We have not seen that yet. That is pretty cool. And yeah, that's cool to see. We got extra headlights. You can add a light bar at the top, and then headlights with the grill. Add some on the grill too. And that is awesome. We also make the, let's remove the tent real quick. We have, let's check out the interior. We have brown interior, gray interior, and back to black. Brown looks pretty sick. And then center console, let's look at the center console. You can design 2, design 1. You can also change the axle width with a maximum of 4 and 1, 2, and 3. You can either change the engine sound to diesel or gas. and you can change the bed attachments to long chassis or standard, and then you can kind of just change the colors how every other truck spin, which is pretty cool to see. And this is number 5. We're gonna put this guy at A tier. This is a really solid truck, but I just feel like the trucks above it just kind of outshine it. I love this blue on this truck. This is how I customized it. I love how you can make all the accessories color match, and in the interior I got the black interior with console design too. And also this interior looks awesome. This looks just like a Silverado. Coming in at number 4, we got the Lizard Bighorn 2500 pickup by Roughneck Modding Crew. Starting off with this truck's customization, you can add a drop hitch or an adjustable hitch. You can add a 2500, which is 780 horsepower, 3500, which is 807 horsepower, and a 4500, which is 902 horsepower, which I think is pretty cool. You can also change the wheel brands from Michelin, Continental to Lizard. Let's look at Magellan first. You can add stock rims. You can add stock rims with big tires, lifted stock rims, Super Duty rims, Super Duty lifted, big tires, lifted big tires, and then you can add some pretty cool custom rims here. I'll just go through them for y'all. It's pretty cool to see. You don't really see this on many other trucks. Actually, I don't think you see this on any other trucks. You can also change the grille. You can add a cattle guard, which is cool. This is really cool, actually. You can also add some steps. You can add some strobes. Where are the strobes at? I think you actually have to add like a different thing to see the strobes. But you can add a axle dump, which kind of just points to the ground. You can also add just stock, which points to the side normally. And yeah. Windows, you can add tinted. You can't change the color of the tint like the other truck, like the Lizard Silver. You can also add some window stickers. You can add a B Bighorn sticker in the left, right, or middle. You can also add C for console, but it would probably really mean Cummins, which is cool to see, or none. And you can also change the colors from. There's actually more colors on the Lizard Silver than on this truck, but there's still quite a bit of colors. And also, if you want to customize it exactly how you want it, you can just change the color pretty much between any color in the world. And other than that, yeah, you can just customize it. Customize pretty much everything with a color that you exactly like. And this is how I customize this truck. This is definitely my favorite build yet. This truck looks sweet, and keep in mind you can do all of these builds on console as well. But taking a look at this interior, I love the interior. The only thing I'm not too big of a fan of is the lizard emblem over there and over here. I wish you could delete that. But other than that, this is definitely my favorite truck build yet. Coming in at number 4, it's the Bighorn pickup. I wish I could rate this truck higher, but I just feel like the trucks above it had more customizable options. Coming up next at number 3, we got the Lizard Silver 2500, also by Agrotono. And looking at its customization, it has quite a bit of customization options. Starting with, you can change the engine setup. You can change it between Lizard 2500 manual or automatic. You can also change the wheel brand between Continental and some other custom Continental and Michelin, and some more Michelin customs and Continental dually. And you should be able to do Michelin dually, yep. And then back to stock. And then you can have 5 different rim options on it. Rim 1, Rim 2, Rim 3, Rim 4, and Rim 5, and back to stock. And I think you can kind of do the same thing with these. This is just the tires. And then Michelin, same customization, but I think you can change the dualies. Actually, yeah, you can change the dually. Look, got a little bit of custom dualies. And then the front bumper, you can add a cattle guard or kind of a metallic. And you can add cattle guard with the metallic. And you can also add a hitch and a high bumper and a Baja bumper. And then you can also add a little bit of fog lights, 2 fog lights if you want. You can also put a kind of a cool hood design on it. Change the front grille to metallic, and you can put different size fenders on the truck if you want to. You can also change the tint in between 3 different tint options: tint 1, tint 2, and tint 3. Side trim, you can also add a little side trim right here. You can add 2 different options of side steps. You can kind of just like where they attach a little differently. And You can add dual exhaust, which is cool to see, and you can also add short exhaust to the side. And you can also add a pretty big light bar up here, which is cool if you're like hauling a heavy load or like you want to make this a work truck. You can also add 7 different camouflages. I think, yeah, counting carbon fiber. You got carbon fiber, camouflage 1, camouflage 2, camouflage 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is really cool. You have not seen this on any other truck yet. Obviously, you can change it in between gasoline and diesel sounds. Let's remove the. Let's remove the. Let's also remove the tint real quick so we can see the interior. You can make the seats brown, white, which we also have not seen yet, red, and blue, black, and brown, which is pretty cool. I personally I actually like red the most. This is really cool. Kind of gives it like that fancy design. And you can also make the center console metallic. You can kind of see like it's like the trim on it. It's kind of hard to see. You can make it metallic, black, or brown. I actually like metallic the most. You can also make 3 different axle widths. This is the max, this is the lowest, and this is in the middle. You can also make the chassis in the back longer or just shorter. And then a lot of customization options here are it's kind of like the same as every other truck, but you can also just customize it like this for pretty much any vehicle. Actually, like every vehicle you can customize it like that. But other than that, we'll customize the truck how I think looks the coolest. We customize this truck to be nothing too fancy, just a regular old work truck. But I still think it looks pretty cool, especially for being able to be on console. And the interior also looks pretty nice. Looks kind of like a Silverado, nothing too crazy, not a ton of lizard emblems everywhere, kind of just an off-brand lizard truck that looks actually like identical, which is cool to see. The Lizard Silverado 2500 coming in at number 3. Also, obviously an S tier. I really like this truck because you can kind of make it look like a PC truck. I feel like this truck does the best at that because you can put the cattle guard on it and you make it kind of look like just like a daily driver, like a cattle farmer would have that truck or something. Coming in at number 2, we got the International Harvester 200 Custom by 82 Studios. Here we got the Series 200 Custom, which looks pretty good, especially for being a base game brand. This truck looks awesome. You can put a design on it to make it look rusty, which is really cool. I really like that design a lot. And you can make it gassed, supercharged, and kind of just give it a little bit of an extra boost, horsepower boost. And then you could put just regular Lizard custom wheels, Lizard Foresty wheels, no can tires. These things are huge, make it a monster truck. BKT, which are also huge, and then just regular base game like stock tires. And you can also put your Magellan, Continental, and back to Lizard Custom. You can put a ton of wheel setups on it, rim setups. You can make a ton of them, which is cool to see. And then you can put on some custom bumpers. You have 3 I don't know, I think maybe 6 designs. Design 1, this looks pretty cool. Design 2, which adds a cattle guard. Design 3, what does that change? Can't really see what that changes, but it's cool to see another design. And then design 1 make the front bumper chrome. Oh, design 3 probably changes the back bumper. Yeah, look, it adds like spare gas and a tire if you want to like go off-roading or something. It's pretty cool to see. And then you got makes the bumpers chrome, and kind of just the same thing chrome. And then design 1 2 kind of gets it like a metal, kind of like that kind of texture. And then you just kind of have it like that with the cattle guard, and then back to stock, which is pretty cool. You could also put some decals on it. You can put like a little red striping around it, which is cool. You can also make it old again, which that's actually cool. Y'all can see it actually removes 15,000 if you want to have like an older truck, since this truck did come out in like the early 70s. And then in the bed you can add a toolbox. You can add roll guards. You can add a little topper. And yeah, that's also pretty cool. On the cabin, you can add a visor. You can add some side steps. You can add fender flares. And kind of like change the fenders a little bit. You got yes and design 1. You kind of got a yes and no, and then an extra design. And then you can add a little hood scoop. Sorry. You can add a little bit of top extra lights. which is cool. I would probably do that too. I like those extra lights on top, which is cool to see. You can also add every color underglow on this truck, which is awesome. And then you can actually change the engine sound too. That is awesome. You can change the gas turbo engine, old engine, gas engine, and a lot. You can also obviously add some trailer hitches. You can put just a ball on the bed and a bigger ball on the bed. And yeah, fortunately, I don't think you can add a gooseneck hitch, but that's fine. And you can also add a winch on the. Where's that winch? Is it on the front? I don't know where that is. But on this truck, you can actually add 10 times more colors, like different shades of greens, different shades of reds, kind of just all of that. You can add tons of blues, different shades of blacks to kind of just customize this thing exactly how you want it. And check out this truck after I customized it. I kind of added a Case IH red to it, added some red underglow to match the red theme, and this truck just looks awesome. I also added a little bit of an older design with some rust on the side, and this truck looks sweet. Coming in at number 1 is the Ford Super Duty, or Lizard Super Duty by Roughneck Modding. We got the Ford Super Duty right here. Oh, I keep saying Ford, I meant Lizard Super Duty. We got adjustable hitch, also got a drop hitch. This is going to be kind of similar to that Ram because it's made by the same modder, but when you see the interior of this truck, you'll be like, wow, this truck looks awesome. You can add Super Duty tuned to kind of give it a little bit of actually not a little bit of, a lot of horsepower boost. 350 horsepower to 902 horsepower. This thing's pulling any other truck around the parking lot. And then you can also add Continental, just kind of some stock duals. You can add Lizard, kind of more of an off-road style. Also, back to Michelle, let's take a look at these rims. You got Super Duty lifted, Super Duty big, lifted big, stock. And I think you can also add, yeah, you can add these they kind of look like American Forged tires, but you gotta make them off-brand just for console. But kind of the same tires you'll be seeing out of the Ram, couple rankings back, but still pretty cool, especially since you could do this on a Ford. And yeah, back to stock, and then kind of just the same for every other brand. Besides this, which is duals, you can kind of change the duals up a little bit, which is cool to see. And then you got a grill guard. You can add a cattle guard on it. You can remove this little front valance here. You can add some strobes, I think, on the back. Yep. And add a little bit of side steps. Add a side step option. And then you can kind of add axle dump. And yeah. Windows, you can make them. Standard's already kind of tinted, but you can make them pretty much completely black. You're definitely getting pulled over, though. If you got this tint, you're cooked. If you got that tint, you're going to jail. But taking a look at the colors here, you got a kind of a small color palette, but that's always why you got custom. You can customize it however you want. If I want to make it dark blue, you can make it dark blue. If you want to make it pitch purple, hot pink, you can make it hot pink. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And we finished customizing it. We kind of just also made this a little work truck. I'm a fan of this style because it kind of makes the truck look more like a PC truck because you can't really see the emblem there with the cattle guard on. But this interior is awesome. This is my favorite interior by far. I'm not even a Ford guy, but when I take a look at this interior, I'm like, yeah, this has got to be number 1. And this thing looks awesome. You got the lizard kind of Ford style emblem. I got the screen up there with 102.5 playing. And this thing's awesome. It's like just super detailed. And you can also add like little protection on the back seat there, so like nothing flies in if you're hauling a heavy load. And this truck just looks awesome. Also, check this out. When you get out and get back in, the door opens. That is cool. You've not seen this on any other truck, even that Ram. So this guy just spent a lot of time modding this truck, adding every last detail to it. This truck is awesome. The engine sounds good. I kind of sound like I'm glazing this truck right now, but it definitely deserves it. Coming in at number 2, we got the Super Duty, which is also gonna be S tier. Some of y'all are wondering why I would put this at S tier and not S plus if y'all ranked it first in the video. I'm ranking this on customizable options. I'm not ranking this on best looking. That's why the International Series, International Harvester 200 Custom is going to go at S plus tier, because this truck just, you could customize so much stuff on it. You can make this truck rusty, make this truck engine sounds, change 10 different engine sounds on this truck. I feel like this truck deserves number one, and this one deserves second on customizable, because I feel like this truck you can just customize a lot more. The reason I put this truck at number one also is because people are probably going to download this truck more because it's a Ford, and like Fords are more common. Ford's obviously no doubt the most common pickup brand, so that's why I put this one at number one in the like video, but not on the chart. If anybody stayed till the end, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching, and I try not to make this video biased at all. I'm not a Ford guy, just genuinely thought that truck looked the best. And if y'all want to watch this other series that I'm making on the channel, click the link down below to watch episode 1. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. See you on the next one.